Undeniably, one of the most academically sophisticated institutions in Nigeria, Whiteplains British School brings a remarkable standard to what primary and secondary education should look like. With its diverse international facilities, school has never been this better. Before we begin, let's take you through one of the most important foundations of early child education. The Montessori section of Whiteplains British School is certainly what every growing child should be part of.
Montessori at Whiteplains starts at a little after 1 year, and it tallies with the vision of Whiteplains British School. The vision is to make the children lifelong learners, to make them learn for life. And Montessori kind of education has a vision of making the children to want to learn by themselves intrinsically. Montessori is divided into 5 curriculums, as we all know. The basic one is practical life curriculum. Then we have sensorials, which trains the senses. Then we have mathematics development and language development. And finally, we have the cultural curriculum, which is broken into 4 subjects: botany, zoology, geography, and history.
In the practical life activities, we just try to mimic what you find in the home. A child of 2 years should be able to feed himself very well. And in feeding himself, he develops coordination between, from the spoon to his mouth. He's developing coordination. So we teach them how to spoon here. And these are some marbles. And this is a tongue. A child learns how to hold the tongue. He learns how to carry the marbles from maybe from the bowl into the tray. In doing this, he has to press on this. If he doesn't know how to hold this and press on it, he cannot pick any tongue. This exercise at 2 years takes them a very long time to achieve. Most of them in this class takes them a very long time to count all these marbles out of the container and to put them back in. Usually, by the time they are done with this, they can hold their pencil very well and they can write very well. We have the dressing frames. We teach the children how to dress themselves with different types of fasteners. This is a buckle. They learn to fasten the buckle. This is a hook and eye. This is a metal hook and eye. This is a zip. This is Velcro, which they find on their clothes. So all the kind of things the children find on their clothing, because we want them to be independent at an early age, they have to learn how to do this. So a Montessori child will not always be crying, "Mommy, come and do this, come and do that for me." He learns to do things by himself or herself. Montessori trains the child on perception, that is sight. A child, like I was showing you the other time, a child who, this is a pink tower, for example. If a child had to build this, and he started by putting this one, maybe putting the smallest up, and then building it like this, before you know it, the child will be corrected by the collapse of what he's doing. So this trains his perception. Also, the knob cylinder trains the perception of the child. These exercises are done on the mat. So it gives the child enough time to play with them. You can see them and call them play gadgets, but they are not. They are Montessori learning materials. They are work items. This is where we keep the 3-year-old children. The 3-year-old children have more serious curriculum here. As I told you in the beginning, this is cultural curriculum. The cultural curriculum is broken into zoology, botany, history, and geography. In zoology, we learn about animals, they learn about mammals, and they learn about the parts of the animal here. When they were in the other class, they learned about parts of their bodies. When they come to the senior class, they learn about parts of the animal body. And they use this jigsaw puzzle. This is the terminology. This is called terminology card. This is jigsaw puzzle. So from the jigsaw puzzle, they move the parts in. So this is the head, and as they are moving, they are learning the names too. This is the mane. This is the body of the horse. This is the leg, front leg. These are the back legs. And this is the tail. And then we return them again the same way. We return the head, we return the mane, we return the body, we return the front legs, we return the back legs, and we return the tail.
Interesting, you might say. And if a part of the primary section is this awesome, what will the secondary section look like? Now, this is a boarding house facility. Whiteplains British College offers both day and boarding facilities. Of course, the library is a brain's engine room. Whiteplains British College understands this and has put strategic efforts in ensuring the quality of its library is up to the minute.
This is a Whiteplains British School library. This is our permanent site, secondary section. We have also primary section, also have library there. This is secondary section where we have our library. In this place, we have e-library. Upstairs is e-library. Library is a place where information materials are kept for the library users, for the students. They can be able to come and read and make research. Whenever they have assignments, they're free to borrow book. You can give them 2 days or 3 days to return the book. We have all types of materials in this library. Any research you want to make, you can come to Whiteplains British School, especially secondary school, the permanent site, and make your research. The students here love the library.
And should there be a need for an immediate medical care for a student or pupil of Whiteplains British School, the school's clinic is up to the task.
The clinic in Whiteplains British School serves as a first aid provider in case any child runs into minor injury or develops any pain or is having any pain that doesn't need, it's not a serious condition whereby you have to go to the hospital who manage such pains there. For instance, abdominal pain or minor headache. Manage it here. The clinic here serves as a first aid. If there is a serious case, we'll now move the child to a hospital that the school is licensed with. We have a hospital that if we have a serious case or we have to move the child to the hospital already knows we are coming. If it happens, we make calls across to the hospital. They will get ready that we are coming with a child with a condition. So there wouldn't need to be a delay for the child to get the attention the child needs. And we'll have a school vehicle or bus that transports such students down to the hospital. Here, we'll make sure we render care. Each child is unique. So we take each child as the case presents, and it has been favorable because they respond. We manage them and follow up the management to make sure at the end of the day the child is fit to continue his or her academic works.
Whiteplains British School has put in place sports activities to enable the children remain ever fit. Little wonder the school has devoted a huge amount of resources in building a state-of-the-art sports stadium, which is currently under construction. When this facility is completed in a very short time, there will be no gainsaying the truism that Whiteplains British School will be in a class of its own as the only school with such a facility in the FCT and its environs.
We are constructing, what I can call a full-size 4x4 100 meters tartan tracks. Practically, what was the objective? We find out that Whiteplains was United Nations award-winning school in academics, but we this time want to take it to another realm by equally making them champion of an international school that is based in this country. We are in partnership with Nigerian Football Federation which are designated Deputy Director, Technical, Sijo Lagunji, to take charge of Whiteplains tournament that we're still looking at time to invite both West African schools and international schools to come for a Whiteplains tournament. We are partnering with Samson Siasa in order to build Whiteplains Academy that we be able to train students that will have interest and passion to play football as a full-time career.
As the 2016-2017 academic session wounds up, Whiteplains British School went all the mile to make the graduation of its final year students a most memorable occasion. With a limo ride around the FCT, the students were on their way to a classic prom just on the eve of their graduation.
We're on our way to our 2017 graduation party prom. We're just leaving the school, we're on our way to the venue. Yes, in a limo ride. Everyone is excited because, well, it's our first time going into limo, so it's essence of the prom mainly is to make fun memories, to spend our final time together, have fun together. Yes.
It was an evening of fun with lots to eat and drink. The high point of the prom was the performance of an A-class fast-rising Nigerian artist in the person of Mayokun, who was well prepared to give the graduating students and their friends a swell time at Grand Cubana, venue for the 2017 prom.
Make I give it to you one time. Oh, I kill your rook or you shade. My name is Imo. I'm ready to spend all my time. Oh, I kill your rook or you shade. We love my day. I'm ready to spend all my time. Oh, I kill your rook or you shade. I'm ready to spend all my time. I'm ready to spend all my time.
Away from the prom, Whiteplains British School is certainly home to some of the finest set of students in Nigeria. So let's listen to some of its students unveil their own thoughts about Whiteplains British School.
I would rate Whiteplains British School a 10 out of 10 because of the great teachers and students.
I would rate the school a 10 out of 10 because the school has a very good environment.
I've been in Whiteplains since year 7 and the environment is conducive for learning.
My name is Ibronke Peters and my experience in Whiteplains British School has been nice because we have nice teachers and understanding people around us and different activities that keep us busy.
My name is Francis Ibokwe and my experience in Whiteplains British School has been lately very nice.
I have nice teachers here and the subjects I like the most, I have good teachers for them, which makes me like the subjects the more.
What I like most about Whiteplains is the students because they're very easy to get along with.
It has been a good experience. I got to make new friends, and then the teachers helped me understand things that I couldn't before. It made me more independent, and it made me not to rely on anybody.
My experience at Whiteplains British School has been good. I had to learn how to be more independent in my studies and not rely on study guides as much.
Here we have good teachers, well-qualified teachers. They are all Cambridge certified. And also our instructional materials here are okay. The structures okay. The labs here, we have chemistry, physics, biology labs. We also have design and technology, food and nutrition lab. That is in the core academic area. What is okay, and our club activities, they are very okay. And we have teachers that support them. Then we also have sport academy, which we are developing now, and it will serve the whole Abuja, the best of its kind in Abuja. We give the students the best. The library is well equipped, so the students they get information. Our e-library is okay. So our students, they connect from classroom and they are all okay. In their performance in external examinations, they always do very well because we subject them to drilling, teach them, we subject them to constant practicing, and at the end of the day, they perform very well in their external examination. For now, I think that is what we can use to evaluate student performance. And here, we don't teach them during examination. We allow the students to write their examination on their own, and they do very well. Their performance is always very good.
Behind every institution, there is an inspiration. Here, only the founder himself can reveal to us the inspiration behind the establishment of this prolific Whiteplains British School.
What inspired me is that anytime you go outside the country, or our children go outside the country to study, you notice one thing, they find it difficult to cope with level of what is outside the country. What do I mean by this? Everything there is done practically. Without practical, there's nothing that is done. So we started it so that the children are motivated intrinsically, bringing out the hidden talents in them by doing everything we do here practically. If you go to our lab, that is our chemistry lab, you see that we have every reagent there, all imported, to make sure that we get accurate results. Go to the English department, the teachers there are vetted. They are IGCSE vetted teachers. So you see, what motivated us is to make sure that we give a very quality education, all-round education, to bring the best out of a child. That is why we started this institution. The school is exactly 10 years that this school started. 2007, that's when we started. So today is epoch-making event because we are 10 years old today. In fact, we are so happy. That's why you see everywhere coming alive. People are happy. And these children we have graduated today, I think they are going to be the best so far. Today, I think that we have put in a lot of effort and that we are sure that we are going to get the best in terms of IGCSE results, the standard is very high. In fact, they are very confident of themselves because anything we do here, we make sure that they do exams on their own. We teach them and they do everything themselves. So when they entered examination hall, they were very confident of themselves. They did the exam and came out with flying colors. They are very confident because of knowledge we put in them. That knowledge are giving them confidence that they need to face the challenges of life, the 21st century challenges. We are already constructing ultramodern football stadium. In fact, it's Olympic size, and all the sporting facilities. We're having it in our sport arena. And we want to train them because we know very well that without sports, without developing the psychomotor activities of a child, there's no way we do very well.
Whiteplains British School is also recipient to diverse home and international awards. And so, after a full session of rigorous academic activities, students and pupils of Whiteplains British School were treated to a sublime graduation ceremony. The final year students looked adorable in their graduation gown, while the parents had a few words to share about the school.
My son is graduating today from the school. My first son also graduated from this school as well. I can say that the academic standards of the school is pretty high, and they also have good faculty. Not just the academics, but in terms of even other extracurricular activities in the school, so that they can produce all-rounded children, not just academically, but also they are also sound physically as well. These days, actually, children require a lot in terms of critical thinking, ability for sound reasoning, and being able to take decisions that are valuable to them. So what I see that they do here is that they're able to build the character of children, also in such a way that they can deploy their talents and their gifts, that they have inherently in them, in developing themselves. So I think that they are pretty good. The academic standards is good. The ambience of the environment, and then also the faculty and the opportunities that are given to the children to be independent in terms of the way they reason.
Oh my world, Whiteplains School, British School, is a school of world standard. In fact, all my kids have gone through and are still going through Whiteplains British School. It is a beautiful school. You will never regret having your children in the school. In all aspects, in all ramifications, they are wonderful. Whiteplains British School is a school to beat in the whole of FCT. I am not missing words saying this. I am sure, and they say the food, the taste of the pudding is in the eating. I am a parent of at least 3 of my kids have gone through this school and are still going through this school. So I can tell with authority that this is a school to beat in the whole of Africa.
The standard of the school is very high compared to other schools. And if you talk of Whiteplains British College, we, the parents of our children who are in this school, we've not seen any school anyway that education-wise that can be compared to the children performance. It is a school that the performance of the children is always very excellent. In every session that you find them graduating, and if you compare it with other schools, you will just say that as a parent you have not made any mistake.
I'm so glad, I'm so happy to see my first daughter graduated today, moving forward to university by God's grace. I can say the school, I have been searching for a good school for a while before I moved her from another school to this school. But I'm quite impressed. I have 3 students right now in the school. They're very good. To me, they're very good. and the children's well behaved. I can just tell you where they are before I move them from where they are to this place, and I'm quite impressed.
I'm honored and blessed because I've been in this school since year 3 and finishing from year 11 is a blessing.
Honored. I'm very happy. I've been in this school for quite a while. I've learned a lot. I've had good times in school, and I'm happy that I came here and I finished here.
I'm so honored, and it's so sentimental at the same time to know that I'm leaving Whiteplains today after a wonderful 5 years.
I'm feeling fulfilled, confident that I'm happy to have finished 6 years successfully and in such a good institution as this. I'm just looking forward to the future.
There was also the presence of one of Nigeria's foremost entertainer and vocal musician, the area father, Charlie Boy. It might interest you to know that Charlie Boy was a guest speaker at the graduation.
I'd like the parents to put their hands together for yourself for bringing your kid so far in a good school. And finally, I'd like to say a big congratulations to the graduates today. This is your day. I'm sure your parents are all very proud of you. And I am also very proud of you. I'm not here for a speech. I'm here to say that I like what I see. And the last time I came here, the children almost intimidated me with their questions. And I'm like, were these children too taught to ask these questions? Or not them, they ask them themselves. So I know that the youths and the kids I see in this school are exceptional, and they do stand out. And like I said earlier on, I believe in Nigeria. I believe that the salvation of this country lies in the hands of its exceptional youths.
He was also a recipient of the Award for Excellence in Leadership in Africa, Lifetime Ambassador for Whiteplains British School, including his proteges, who were honored with the award for Youth Role Model. Only very few academic institutions around the world can match the depths of professionalism, care and passion of Whiteplains British School. Located at Jabi by Moshalashi bus stop and established in 2007, this is an academic institution that has clearly set in motion a clear and adorable future for its pupils and students. A serene environment, CCTV cameras, beautiful and safe playgrounds, standard cafeteria, qualified teachers, and much more. Whiteplains British School is truly a dream come true for Nigeria's academic sector.